ultimate Glock. This is a Salient Arms International model G34, which is the longer slide of the Glock 9mm pistols. This is a total upgrade of your standard Glock system and improve in every area that can be improved with the Glock. This is an incredible package. And of course, first things first, this is their premium Tier 1 package. And this is everything that Salient Arms does, complete and total upgrade on every conceivable improvement that can be done. There is a Tier 2 and a Tier 3. So you have different choices, and of course there are different options within all the tiers. And it's just incredible the attention to detail and how these are so finely finished and put together. Now, one of the first things you're going to notice with this pistol, of course, is this gold barrel. And what's up with the gold barrel? And that's what I thought the first time I picked one of these up. This is an ion-coated barrel, and it's a Barstow match-grade barrel that's been ion-coated, and what the ion does, it actually penetrates into the metal. It's a vapor that penetrates into the metal, and then the barrel is actually fitted perfectly to the frame and the slide to make sure you have maximum accuracy. Now, while this barrel is round and in the traditional Glock configuration, you can have this fluted as well, and that's one of the things that Salient offers. Of course, if gold isn't your thing, you can also get this in a different color, so you're not stuck. But this is one of their flagship type designs, is the gold barrel. We have Salient Arms International, SAI, right here on the barrel itself. The slide has been relieved to make this really lightweight, and you can see the relief cuts. Of course, we've seen the top and on each of the sides. It's also bull-nosed at the front. This is a Model 34, so it has the longer slide. But everything, the relief cuts, all in the slide to add to the weight reduction. Here we have Salient Arms International. Now, there are forward cocking serrations that are right here on the front of the slide, and here you can still see the Glock logo, and then you have your cocking serrations right here. And then this also complements the standard rear cocking serrations that are here on the rear of the slide. Now, one of the things they also do is they groove out on the top of the slide itself. But now this reduction in metal does not weaken the slide itself, but it does make it more lightweight. And of course, all the blockiness of the Glock has been cut down, as you can see right here along the slide. Now I've got a standard 17 right here, and it'll give you a little more of an idea where they're cutting back. Even though this is a Model 34 that is the longer slide, the weight on this is considerably different than your standard Model 17. It's 23 ounces on the Salient Arms. It's 24 ounces on the Glock 17. Because of the reduced weight in the slide, they've installed one of the ISMI guide rod systems, and this matches with the weight to increase reliability. So this adds to the performance of the weapon itself. Now, while we have the slide off, all the important areas that need to be polished are taken care of to make this a really smooth, slick trigger. And of course, all the different surfaces here with the disconnector and all the surfaces that actually work with the trigger, they've all been polished very nicely. But Salient has their own trigger system. In fact, you can order this trigger system completely separately. And this is a very smooth, lightweight system. In fact, it's a lot less take-up than your standard Glock. It actually has a lighter trigger pull, and it's very smooth, no staging, and a very crisp let-up. And it's already much farther back when you initially pick up the pistol than your standard Glock model. When you pull it, it's just a little pressure, and then a crisp snap. An excellent trigger system. In fact, this Glock has an extensive trigger job done to it by my buddies over at Wheaton Arms, and this is an incredibly smooth trigger. But because of the proprietary system that's on the Salient, this is actually a little better than even a custom trigger job. They also install titanium pins in all the right places, and this adds to strength. It reduces the weight as well. Now you have a full choice of different type sights. And with these sights, they have a fiber optic on the front. Then they have blacked out sights on the back. What I really like about this sight design itself is that you can use your belt to actually cock this with one-handed reloads. They've done an incredible stippling job all along the frame of the pistol. This is a very fine, small dot stippling. and it really gives it a really nice texture, but yet it's not too aggressive. Also here, there are little pads right here, and when you're holding your pistol in your hand, it just gives you a place to set your finger, and then it reminds you that's a great place to put it and keep it out of the trigger guard. Now, one of the areas that I like to relieve, even on all my Glocks, is this area right here at the trigger guard. And this allows you to get your hand way up into the pistol frame itself, and this really helps with felt recoil because it brings the bore axis even closer to your hand. Here on the standard Glock, you can see that there is a lot of area right here that can be relieved. And so if you can get that finger up just a little bit more, it really helps in the performance of your pistol. Also right here underneath the trigger guard, this has been stippled really nicely, and on the front. Now they have the Comet cut right here at the mag release. Now one of the big advantages of this cut is that you're not increasing the side of your slide release, and yet it's much easier to manipulate. This did retain the finger grooves, but it has been worked down very smooth with the stippling process. Now they do also stipple a plug that keeps your internals right here on this back strap sealed. You can either get it with the hump or you can get it flush, whatever style you like. Now there are a lot of different options as far as how you want your grips done. If you want to completely remove the finger grooves, you can have that done. So Salient does give you a lot of different options as far as sights, as far as how you want your stippling done. You may want grip tape. You may like it the way it is. So there are a lot of different things that you can do as ordered. Now these are not inexpensive pistol modifications. These are handcrafted. They are similar to what's been done to the 1911, to CZ75s, and other very high quality hand-fitted custom pistols. So the Tier 1 price is $2,500. The Tier 2 price is running about $1,700, and then the Tier 1 about $1,400, and there are so many different variations within those, but that'll give you a general idea. Now this isn't for everyone. In fact, it's a pretty high dollar pistol, so if the standard Glock is your cup of tea, then great, stick with it. But if you're looking to upgrade to the ultimate Glock experience, I think you'll find it with the Salient Arms Tier 1 package. And you can get in touch with Salient Arms to find out about all the different processes that go on this. They also do work on 1911s, the Smith & Wesson M&P, Springfield Armory XDMs. They also work on Benelli shotguns and Remington 870s and AR-15 M4 type rifles. So there's a lot of different things that Salient Arms does, not just the Glock pistol. Now if you go to salientarmsinternational.com, you'll come up with a page under construction. It's been that way for a while from what I understand. They do have a Facebook page. That's one of the best ways to get in touch with these guys. And they also have a YouTube channel where you can see some of the things that go on. And I'm going to have all that information down below. Of course, I'll have the YouTube channel annotated right here. And you can see some of the things that they do. I want to thank my good friend Bill Frady for letting me borrow this pistol. And he's with Gun Owners of America's Lock and Load Radio. And I'll have the link down below. An excellent way to keep track of what's going on in the gun world with legislation and other current events. Now, whether you're a professional or you're just really serious about self-defense, you will not be disappointed in the Ultimate Glock by Salient Arms International. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. With all this gold, I think I've come to the end of the rainbow, baby. Go for the gold.